Hey Ben, so I'm not going to put this on Marco Polo because you'll see me make it, so I thought I'd put together some regular videos and send them to you when you're done if you're interested in the process. So I'm making you a Nakiri. Here's my design. There's my helper. Drew it on a piece of paper, and then I'm going to, then I glued it onto a thin piece of board. And basically this becomes my pattern so that if I like this Nakiri, if I ever want to make it again, say model A3, Ben's Nakiri. If I ever want to make it again, I'll have a pattern like my other knives, which are up there, little pieces of board. So now I'm going to cut it out with a jigsaw, and I'll use it to trace onto a piece of metal the shape, and we'll go from there. So right now I'm sanding this blade edge. I want it to be perfectly flat, because unlike a lot of other knives, this knife is for chopping straight down. So it doesn't really get used for rocking, so it doesn't have a tapered edge. So I want to make sure that there's a perfectly flat edge. So I'm just kind of rubbing this back and forth on a flat surface with sandpaper. So there's the basic shape cut out. I still have more cutting to do. I need to get rid of the marker. I need to shape it until it's on the inside of the marker. So a few more things to do. Trying to decide what to do about the thickness. I'm whether leave it thick and heavy, which I don't think I should do, or to grind the whole thing flatter, which will be a lot of work. I'll figure that out later, or actually pretty soon, which is still later. So I'm pretty much there. I'm fine-tuning some of the parts that are hard to get on the belt stander, like these little corners where the handle joins and this curve in here. So I'm just running my file across these. So now I'm trying to make these things. So the Nakiri has these dents to release vegetables off of it because it's a vegetable cutting knife. And the method I'm using is she holds it with a clamp, and then I place that and hit it with this big sledge. It's curving it up a little. As I hit it, it's starting to curve up, but I think if I just flip it over every once in a while. A little nervous to start doing this on my actual piece, which looks very nice now, except for the fact that it's too thick. But, oh, you know what? I should make it thin first. Should make it the right thickness. This is 3.4 millimeters, and it looks like all the good Japanese Nakiris you can get are closer to 2 millimeters. So I think I'm going to try to get this thinner now, which is also a nerve-wracking experience, because like right now it's done. I can get you a good quality one that's 3.4 millimeters, that's even and symmetrical. But as soon as I start sanding the sides, one whole face of it, I'm getting into a whole world of Daddy, imperfection. Yes.
Won't hammering it make it thinner?
Yeah, but I think I don't think I'm gonna get rid of a whole millimeter though. So it's a little thinner. I went from 3.3 down to 2.5. So it's still going to be a little beefier. I did find examples of Japanese Nakiris that were over 2.5, but it seems like the ideal one is 1.9. So it's going to be a little beefier, but it's hogging metal off. That's what they call it. Hogging metal off is really hard, and I used up a couple belts just getting it this far. But I drew my line here, and my idea is I'm going to put the dimples. I need to find out what the Japanese word for these are, but the dimples here, my blade will be sharpened up to the line. So I'm going to do my dimples down, focus, down to the dotted line. That way I can sharpen up so that over the bottom dimples to have a cool transition. So I want to dimple it down past the blade line. All right, you ready to do that? Are you tired?
Yeah.
It's hard work. Uncle Ben better say thank you. So put the dimples on there. So get a reflection. There you go. I've bent it all out of shape, so I gotta get it all straight again now. But I will work on that. got these little notches to hold, so the resin will hold better in the handle. And that's it. Next, I'm gonna heat treat it.
Hi.
So today, I'm working on my forge. This is the bottom of my forge. This is the air that goes up. So it's upside down. This is like the bottom of the forge upside down. It used to be a straight pipe, and this flexible duct, the air would blow from the fan and just go straight up here. But what would happen is hot coals that fall through the little grate would come down and fall directly into the duct where the fan is. So what I came up with was this idea where you have a T shape, and the fan blows into the side of the T and then goes up, and then anything that falls down will fall straight down here and just get gathered in the bottom of this cap that I can open up and empty out. Charcoal briquettes, just regular old cooking charcoal. Once that gets hot enough, it can start up the actual coal, anthracite coal. This will be the first knife heat treat I've done in my new forge. What an honor. I'm gonna have to warm, that's the oil right there. The knife is over here. Ready. I don't know if I got the metal hot enough. With the full sun, it's hard to see the color, but I am tempering it in the oven now. I'll switch it. Give that a couple hours, and I guess I'll sharpen it and see if it holds an edge, but I'm real iffy about this hardening heat treat. I used my magnets. I don't know if my magnets are strong enough. I used my magnets, and it didn't seem like they were sticking, and I got it way hotter than that. I don't know. Lots of doubts. We'll see. Now I'm sharpening it. Kind of just run it like this. Set it to 18 degrees. They say Japanese knives are a little more aggressive in their angle, so they're a little sharper, less durable, but it's harder. Should be harder, sharper, less flexible, easier to chip. We'll see. So I sharpened it a little more, and I got it where it's a lot sharper than it was. So now I'm going to try to work on affixing a handle, and for that I got some this walnut from the tree. Here's the water buffalo horn. This will be the what's it called? Little thing. It's like water buffalo horn here, and then the rest will be wood handle. Now I'm trying to cut a slot for the bolster. That's what this is called. The horn bolster. So it'll fit into there. Right now it's a little small, so I'm filing it out. That fits. Burn the handle in. Just heated up the handle. Pressed it down. Now I've got to shape it. Now I've got it in a clamp with epoxy holding it all together. When it's done drying, I will work on shaping the handle a little better. Now at work, trying to get this handle a little better shape. Japanese shape. So just use a router to cut that shape out. Let's go here. It's for the sheath. Okay, so I put on an octagonal handle, which looks pretty neat. And I made a saya Japanese scabbard. It's actually made out of the same piece of wood Now I'm gonna go put on some olive oil, see how it looks. So here's the knife. It's made of walnut from a branch that someone gave me. This is buffalo horn that I had to order. I'm going to include this little card. And you can pause this if you want to read it. And then on the back I included some terms, since I used all the Japanese words here. But that's it.